Yo, what's up, guys? I'm Wing Hon here. How is everyone's doing? Hi, guys. Hi, guys. I'm Wing Hon here. So, yes, welcome to this live. So, today's topic is a very, very interesting topic, and it is it's a topic that's very important for you guys. For you guys that is selling in e-commerce platform such as Shopee and also Lazada. All right. So, my name is Wing Hon. How is everyone's doing? And welcome to my live. So if you are watching this live now, just kindly comment on the comment box to say a hi to me, or how are you doing, so that I know that you are actually watching this live. So today's topic is a very, very interesting topic. It's about how you actually can use email marketing, okay, to leverage on email marketing to boost your traffic and also your sales. All right. So if you're watching this live now, all right, just say a hi to me on the comment box so that I know that you're watching this live. So today's live is a very important trainings, not really training, sharings by Mr. Andrew on why you actually need email marketing in your online business. All right. This topic, not much of people shares about, but I think it's very, very important, especially those sellers that are selling in Shopee, Lazada, or any marketplace. All right. And also in this live, I will also share about what are the latest trends, what are the things that's actually happening in the market as well. So if you are watching this live now, just say a hi to me on the comment box so that I know that you're watching this live. All right. So without wasting your time, I will just quickly share my slides. All right. So if you are struggling, in getting more sales to your Shopee store or your Lazada store or your any e-marketplace platform, this is the live that you have to watch. Okay, I guarantee that you are going to open up your mind a bit. If you are stuck in what else can you do to expand your online business, okay, this is the live for you as well. Okay, I promise, this live, these trainings, will not waste your time. Okay, this might be the life-changing live that you ever want to watch. All right, trust me on this. So let us dive straight in. So before I start, I just want to share a little bit of market updates. What is going on in the market? What are the new platform? What are the new marketplace that the market is actually booming? So there are three things: social e-commerce plus, influencer marketing, and also own website. Okay, so these are the three things that is actually happening in the markets now. All right. If you do not know this, it's fine. It's okay. Okay, it's okay. Later on, I will quickly introduce to you guys some of the example of this new stuff that is happening in the markets. And actually, a lot of big brands, they are actually already using influencer marketing and also social e-commerce plus platform to sell their products. So if you are only, very obsessed in Shopee and Lazada, trust me, you do not want to do that. Okay, you will need to explore to different marketplace. If not, you are definitely going to lose out a lot of money, traffic, and also sales. Okay, I'm not saying that Shopee is not good. You should sell it. I mean, every online business should sell in Shopee as well, but that should not be your main place to invest all your money or effort into it. As Warren Buffett says, don't put all eggs into one basket. Later, I will share more about this. So yeah, the very first one is Me Can Trade. It is a social commerce platform, and it's by Old Town co-founder Andy Go. Okay, you guys can have a look on Me Can Trade, which is owned by Old Town's co-founder Andy Go. So they are using social commerce. It is a social commerce platform. Okay, and when I check out their website, there are a lot of great stuff. Great brands are actually already inside this Me Can Trade. So if you are not inside, you might want to explore a bit more. The next one's Boomarts. If you have watched enough my video, you will know what is Boomarts. Boomarts, in my opinion, is really the next things that all sellers should also accept Shopee and Lazada. You should also push your products to Boomart as well. Okay, Bullmart, Boomart. You should be also in Boomart because they're using like affiliate marketing punya social punya business model, which is very strong, and their affiliate marketing is very different from others affiliate marketing business in the markets. Okay, just search for them, boomart.com. Right, later on I will share my link over there as well. And what they use is every user inside Boomart is also your reseller. Okay, every user inside Boomart, they can be a reseller. They can sell your products for you without any extra cost. Correct? And for those people that want to start a business, every seller is also your suppliers. I won't go very deep into this, but this is the main concept. As a sellers, what we scared the most, no one buy our products. This is the things that we are most scared of. And another thing is that we have to fork out a lot of marketing costs. But with Boomart, imagine with Boomart, every user is your reseller. Okay, every user is your reseller. Imagine that you have 1,000 resellers that are pushing your products. How good is that? Okay, and you do not need to fork out extra money to hire this reseller to help you to sell your products. All you need to do is just when they successfully sell your products, give them maybe a 5, 10, 20% of commissions, up to you how much you want to pay. All right, every user is a reseller. Okay, this is the beauty of using Boomart. You guys can go and check it out. This is the thing that this is the thing that I really want all sellers to know. Okay, believe me, this is the thing that will really make a changes in your business. Okay, as a Shopee seller or a Lazada sellers, we are too obsessed into one Shopee only, or Lazada, or any platform. Let me ask you one question. What if today's Shopee ban your store? Where you can go? What you can do? You might say, Wing, are you doing BS lah? That is because it have not happened to you yet. Even if Shopee do not ban your store, there are always bigger players come and sell in this marketplace. How are you going to cope with them? With a cheaper price, more stock, a larger team. How are you going to fight with them? So these are things that 4 things that sellers never know, because you guys are just too busy into too obsessed into Shopee or Lazada or whatever marketplace that you guys did not think out of the box, and that's why your business just doing so, or you guys are so stressful because of the competitions, because you guys just stuck your head into one place. All right, 4 things. Your customer in Shopee is not your customer. Believe me, this is the fact. Your customer in Shopee or any marketplace is not your customer. It belongs to Shopee, not Awing, not Andrew, not Aming, not Abing. No, it belongs to Shopee. All right, no store loyalty. Who cheap? I buy from who. End of the stories. All right, heavy price war, and you spend money on driving traffic to a platform or a place that does not belong to you. Is this a fact? Of course, it is a fact. Why you want to spend 100,000 ringgit to drive to a marketplace that does not belong to you? Right. So what I'm saying is that yes, you can sell in Shopee, Lazada, whatever marketplace. Yes, you should sell in this platform. But you have to understand deep into your heart, Shopee, Lazada, whatever marketplace does not belong to you. All right. Think about this. Why you want to rent or stay at people punya house where you can have your own house? Okay. Why you want to rent or stay at people punya house when you can have your own house? Same thing over here. Sellers that selling in marketplace, you are just a renter. Okay, you are just tumpang the owner punya house to sell your things. Nothing belongs to you except your products. That's it. Just have a deep thought about this. So one of the solution, of course, you can have your own your own website, shop line. in overseas, US, America, Shopify is the most, it's the most convenient things for you to set up your own website, your own web store, Shopify. In the Asia country, is Shopline. Okay, is Shopline. So why you need to own your own website? Okay, trust me on this. You can save this live, save this live, bookmark this live, and watch this live back after 3 years, and you will know, Wing, you are actually right. I have to set up my store. Okay, this is the fact. So for you guys that are new in building your own store, this kind of all things that is very new to you guys. You might not get the point that I'm trying to tell you guys over here, but trust me, after 3 years and 5 years, watch this live back, you will think that, oh, Wing, you are absolutely right. All right, because these are the trends that is moving. So if you are still stuck in one marketplace, then sorry lah, So why you should own your own website? Customer details on your site, and does not belongs to any marketplace. It belongs to your own website. So you can do your Facebook ads, retargeting, email marketing, which is the main topic for tonight's live. You have more control. You have higher loyalty. More marketing strategy can be done. Brand building, and most important, you're able to build your own community for your business. Okay. This community does not belong to any marketplace but yourself. Winghorn.com, okay, Andrew.com, whatever.com is that, it belongs to you. So you can send them email when you have your own sales, and of course the brand building as well. Okay, you can check out Shopline. So this is just some of the statistics that is given by Shopline. So as of June 2021, more than 300,000 sellers have joined Shopline. And in Malaysia itself, seller witnessed 25% month-over-month growth, especially in the FMCG sector, with some sellers able to generate 50,000 in 1 week. Okay, I do not know whether you agree or not. Malaysians, we are always lacking. We are always slower than the overseas. Shopify is already in the market for decades, because they already know that Amazon is so competitive and nothing belongs to them. So same things happening over here. Marketplace, whatever data customer does not belongs to you, it belongs to the marketplace itself. Nothing belongs to you except your products in your warehouse. That's it. So why not build your own house? As I mentioned just now, why you want to stay at people punya house when you can have your own house? As from a Chinese background, my mom always says, you need to buy your own house. Why you want to rent from people punya house? When you can own a house, how cheap also a house, also is your house. Then why we want to tumpang people punya platform when we can have our own one? We can build our own brand, our own community, our own things. Why? These are things that you may not be able to see the pain now, but when the trends come in, you see your sales decline, more competitors jump in with a cheaper price, especially the China sellers, then only you realize that you should actually start your own website on a very early stage, and it is not too late now. Okay, you can start to explore now. Okay. And another thing, when you have your own store, you can actually use email marketing in your business. If you are not using email marketing, holy shit, email marketing is one of the best marketing tools, which has the highest ROI in marketing. If you are not using it, you are losing out a lot of business. Okay, very honest, you are losing out a lot of business. All right. And of course, if you are not ready yet, to have your own website, too much of hassle, it is fine. Later on, when I invite Andrew to jump on, he will show you a much more easier way for you to how you can actually collect your email through Facebook. All right. So if you have any question, feel free to comment on the comment box. If you have any questions, feel free to comment on the comment box below. And and Andrew, or if I know the answer, I will actually answer your questions. All right. So yeah, before we start, if you have any questions, feel free to answer. Feel free to comment on the comment box. So without wasting your time, let us quickly invite Andrew to come into live. Hi, Andrew. How are you?
Okay, there you go. Good evening. Wing On, thank you
Hi.
for inviting me.
No worries at all. I mean, it's great to have you to come, into this live to give, I think a new chance, to those online
Right.
sellers, to explore a bit more how email marketing and also how email marketing can help them in their business. Because I know that not much of online sellers can relate their business, with email marketing. So I think it's a very good start, that we are here tonight, to explore a bit more, to share a bit more, how you can help them.
Absolutely.
And you want to have a quick introduction about yourself?
Sure. Maybe I'll just start the slides because it's inside there. So we'll just
Yeah,
get
sure.
on going. Sure.
Yeah. Do you want to share? Then I'll put it up.
Yep. I'm going to do it. There you go.
Should
Okay. So in line with what Wing has spoken about, is about building community in for your sellers, because that's one of the ways to to differentiate yourself. When you in Shopee or even Lazada or basically any marketplace, even Amazon.com, you are merely a commodity, right? And Wing is absolutely correct that when people shop there, uh, pricing is one of the factor, because there are too many similar products. Unless yours is you're the only one that manufacturing, you're the one that's selling it, then yeah, possible you can probably make a difference. So before we move on, just a quick introduction. Hi, my name is Andrew Wong. I am an email conversion strategist. That is basically a fancy way of saying I help businesses turn one-time buyers into repeat customers through email. Okay, so but today it's not about me; it's about you. So I want to talk about, to continue with one Wayne is talking about, is basically how do you build a community and you nurture them, for example, and also profit by using emails. So the first thing first, everybody on this, platform, or on this live, everybody wants more sale. Okay, irrespective whether you are in offline or either you are online, but primarily today we'll be talking about online. So the only way to do that is obviously to get more customers. Okay, and then the other option is to get them to buy more, and the third one is to get them to buy more frequently. So generally these are these three things to help you get sales. All right. Then the next thing is this. The advantage is if you get them to buy more, obviously you will basically reduce the cost of acquiring a customer, which is what CAC means, right? Cost of acquiring customers. Then if you get them to buy more, that means it increases your cart value or average order value. And finally, when you get them to buy more frequently, you actually compress that lifetime customer value, or CLV, for example, so that you can either get it higher or you compress it. That means you don't have to wait a lifetime in order for them to fulfill that LTV for you. Okay. Then the next thing is, now the downside is this. Can we see this? Okay. So in order for you to get more customers, at present moment, what do? You spend more money on ads, either driving to your stores or either driving to your Shopee stores or Lazada stores, for example, right? Then if you want to get them to buy more, then you have to build funnels, because there's upsell, downsell, and then you got to do customization of the product they buy and cross sells and all that stuff. So you need a series of funnels to do that. And then the third one, for them to buy more frequently, you basically need to do retargeting. Okay, that means they came to your store, they bought something, and then you got to run ads, for example, to get them to come back to your store again. So all this downside is everything leads to higher costs. And what you're doing essentially, and Wing has mentioned it, and we discussed this in the backstage. All of us who happen to have a store on Shopee, we are essentially feeding that giant, and they're going to get bigger and bigger. And those giants are your Shopee, your Lazadas, and your Amazon. Okay, same thing. If you're old enough, for example, when you look at Facebook in the early days, everybody goes in and they treat everybody so well, and then you get results, and the more people comes in. Now, at Facebook, they can decide to even not only ban you from your profile if you post something they think, not you think, but they think that it's not suitable with their, not in compliance with their rules. They can do that to a sitting US president. They did that to a country, basically banned Facebook for the country from actually putting stuff on Facebook, and that's Australia at one point. Okay, so that's how big they are, and they are big because what, 1 billion people have been using their platform. There's about 29 million advertisers on their platform. So what you're seeing now is a phenomenon. Eventually, is your marketplace is going to get way bigger than you, and you're just that small little person to do this. And what you're going to have is basically your cost is going to go up because you're going to advertise more, and everybody else is doing that. Okay, and then because of the depression on pricing, because there's too many competition, and bringing a products, you can bring a good product today is a bestseller. I can guarantee you within the next 3 days, somebody else will bring the same product. Okay, and very likely because they need to get market share, they'll sell it at a lower cost than you. Okay, so your margins is going to get compressed. So cost goes up, margin goes down. There's only so much room you can play. So the next thing is then what you do. You'll be thinking, how do I retain my customers? Because somebody who bought you once, you want to get them to buy more. You want to get them to buy more frequently. Okay, so those are the things I'm sure running inside your mind as an e-com store seller, for example. And you also want to look at, hey, how can I turn one-time buyers into repeat customers? Because it costs 7 times to acquire a new customer, and it is the chances of you getting a repeat customer to buy from you is increases by about 60%. Okay, so it makes absolute sense that you can get your one-time buyers to become your repeat customers. Okay. Then, like Wing has also mentioned, when you have your own site, you want to start building a database of your customers. Okay, and once you have that, you now are in control and absolute control to decide what sort of messaging you want to do, how often you want to reach out to them, what you want to reach out to them. It's entirely up to you. All right. So that's what in the technical term we call it the first party data. That means the data that your customers or your prospects willingly give you. And those are generally your phone number, for example, their email address, or even their name. Those are the first party data. And the move towards this, especially now with online, there's this concern about privacy. There's this concern about you. That's why people like Apple is championing it. Eventually, by 2023, Google, even Chrome, is going to so-called ban third-party data. That means third-party data is the people who run ads on your site and collect information. Those are third-party data. But those data that you own, which is the name, email address, and phone numbers, if you do e-com stores, maybe their birthdays, for example, those are data that you own. Okay, and then wherever you go, for example, if you're using, let's say today you're using MailChimp, and for whatever reason MailChimp say, Andrew, the way you send emails is not within our business model, and we can't accept you as a customer. And what you do, you download the entire data, you move to another provider like ActiveCampaign or even MailerLite, and you get up and running. Especially if you have your own domain, better still, right? So the ESPs can't do much to affect your business. So when you have your first data, it allows you, like I mentioned, for you to engage, for you to build a community, and for you to sell anytime you want. Okay. Now the idea of community is unique. Well, it's not really unique, but if you look at what is happening now, let me see. Do I have a screen? Apple. Okay. When they started, they created a group called Apple Evangelist. Right. Now, this Apple Evangelist, and by the way, one of the more famous evangelists that came out there was the guy called Guy Kawasaki. Their role is to basically help spread. They are the so-called the first iteration of what you now call as KOL or even influencers, right? They are the guys who spread the word to get people excited and all those things. Do I have this? If you are old enough, you probably would have seen this Just a minute, let me pull this up. Okay. Just a minute. Oh, there you go. Have you seen this Mac model before?
No.
You have not seen this, right? Okay. It is a 20th anniversary Mac. That was way when Steve Jobs has left, and that was before he came back. I think it was before he came back. It was back in 1997. 12,000 units. They made a special edition to celebrate Mac's 20th anniversary or Apple's 20th anniversary. This unit cost at that time in 1997 about 25,000 ringgit. Okay, there are only 12,000 units. Apparently, it was sold out within hours. And one of my partners at Roswine was an Apple fan, and he actually managed to order it. Now, that is only possible because they have built, or Apple have built, a very strong and solid group of Apple fans, or what you call a community. Okay. Now, if you look at sports, for example, like Nike, what do? They sell shoes, they sell T-shirts and all the stuff. Okay. Generally, these are nothing special about it. They can say that I have some technology and all things, but a shoe is a shoe, a T-shirt is a T-shirt. But what Nike did well is they actually went out and sponsored athletes or even sports institution, for example. Like this year, they sponsored my club, or not my club, my favorite club, the club that I follow called Liverpool. And Liverpool has huge fans, a huge group of fans all around the world. So what they did is they associate Nike together with that brand or with that sport institution. Same thing that they did with, for example, Cristiano Ronaldo. Roger Federer was with Uniqlo. Then you have Tiger Woods, for example, and then the Williams sisters. What they did is they associate this because each one of these sporting personalities have their community of people that follow them. So that when you buy that shoe, for example, you want to get you play basketball, you want to get the Air Jordan, for example, right? And not because it's Nike, because it's associated with Michael Jordan or even LeBron James. So all this is all about building that community. And you can do that because once you have that community of buyers, your product can be easily differentiated because they buy because of you and not just the product. Okay? So back to this. So in order for you, or a cheaper form for you, in order to engage and build community, one of the solutions is by using email. Now, the fun part is email, once you have the data of your customers, it sticks with you. That's the data that you own. Whatever, if you do a Facebook, for example, or you do your Facebook page and all those things, those data you don't own. Okay, so you got to figure out a way to leverage on all this, or even you shop on Shopee. You probably can get their phone numbers, but they would never share their email address. So those are the data that you don't own. But when you have your email and you start collecting this, these are the data that you own, that you're in control of. And now the idea is this: the moment you have an email system set up, you want to now turn the tables and basically turn the marketplace into your best traffic source. Okay, we are not saying, like Wayne is also saying, not saying that you shouldn't be, putting your products on Shopee or even Lazada, but you should use those as traffic generators, right? They are your physical shopping malls because they provide the foot traffic. But the moment they come into your store and buy your product, you want to own that customer, right? Instead of just one of the guy that is contributing to Shopee sales. So that's what you want to do. The next thing is, now you have, for example, this is just the three marketplace that pretty famous, and I'm sure you guys know about it. Your Shopee, your Lazada, and Amazon, for example. The moment they come in and they become your customer, you now have their phone numbers. Okay? And you can then SMS. Now, here's the slight differentiation, how you can leverage on Facebook. You want to bring them to a Facebook group. Okay? So when you bring in a Facebook group, which is a store that you own, that means if I buy a Mercedes, I want to join the Mercedes user group. Apple at one point have Apple user groups where everybody goes in and then they know each other and they share stuff about what Apple is doing. You have a Mac user group. That's the idea. So now when you have your store, you want to use Facebook to leverage to do your own group, because that's how the the benefit of building a community, because people in general likes to belong. They either belong there. Why would you spend so much money to join a golf club? Not because you can't play golf anywhere, but because you want to belong to a certain select community, right? You want to be able to network with certain people there. So that's the same idea of Facebook group. And now you can leverage on that to build for your store. The next thing is, assuming, let's say, hey, I don't have their phone numbers, but you have to deliver something to them, right? So what you could do is you then send them a thank you card. And that thank you card can also inside within your packaging to invite them to join your group. Okay? So all this is having them to come into that group. It can be a customer support. It can be, assuming you're selling any products, you can do videos because you own that. You don't own that platform, but you own that small little space. You're renting that small little space. You can do how to use. You can go live like what Ring does, for example, to make them feel that they belong. And you automatically differentiate yourself from a normal seller. And that also increase the level of trust because, hey, the guy actually showed up, and then if you have new products, you can go to the group and do that. But the group is essentially your Trojan horse because by doing groups, you then can capture their email address because for them to join, which is your private group, Facebook group allows you to do 3 questions. You can ask for their email address. You can ask them what they buy and all those things for you to segment them. And from there, you can really capture this through into your email list. And that's what you want to do. Now with the email, you then use, because you can send anytime you want, and it's your list, you can use it to build a relationship, And people buy from people they know, they like, and they trust. I'm sure you guys know about that, right? So email allows you to do that. You can send an email a day. For example, I have my own little newsletter, which I talk about email marketing. I send Monday to Friday on a daily basis. And then I will share basically tips. I will share about ideas about emails, about marketing. And this is how I build that community. So from time to time, if I have something to promote, if I have a course or I have a webinar, for example, these are the people I reach out to. So here's the big picture. Once you have the list, you can now do your own email campaigns, okay? And for example, even that works even if you're on a marketplace at Shopee, because you already now captured the email address. You can run specific campaigns. You have a new product that you want to launch. You can then basically send them an email, send them to direct them to your own store, okay? Now, you notice that there's nothing to pay because the email is yours. You don't have to run ads. The people already bought from you once or maybe twice. They know you. So it's easier for you to basically tell them, hey, by the way, I'm doing something. I've got something new. Check out my new store. Okay. So from there, they will become your repeat customers already. Right? You can always send emails once a week. Like 99 is coming. You don't have to wait. You can actually start building the so-called the momentum by sending emails to tell you what's new and all those stuff. So the idea is you now be in a position where you can control the flow and you can also control the relationship. Why? Because you decide what sort of messaging you want to send to them by using your emails. Okay? And you then turn around and says, you're then directing the traffic that people know you into your marketplace. Any marketplace. It could be Shopee, it could be Lazada, Amazon, it could be any other marketplace available. But because you control a narrative, you can then decide how and when you want to send them to the store, which is your store. What you're doing now is this. You are tapping on that big giant, riding on the big giant as opposed to just being a contributor to the giant. And you want to take a small little sliver of that market, extract those users who are buying from you, and then basically, eventually one day, if you want, like Wing has shared, you can use shop online or those things to then build your own store. Okay, so that's how you can do. You turn your marketplace into a traffic source, as opposed to you driving traffic to Shopee on their behalf because you want to sell stuff on their platform. So the steps to build your own e-com empire by using email is first, obviously, you sign up for an ESP. So depending on which sort of ESP, there are many of them available. Most of them, in general, offer you to use for free between 1,000 subscribers to 1,005. Okay, you got your MailChimp, you got your MailerLite, and all those things. Generally, they allow you to do it. Up to a certain point, then you have to pay the subscription for as you grow your email list. But the thing, if you're growing your email list, means you're making money, because unlike most of us, we're growing our email list, they have not become our customers. The people who are on your email list are at least a one-time buyer, so they actually paid for it already. Okay, so once you have done that, you obviously start collecting email address. Then you can email to your list, right? Nobody, there's no rule that says you cannot email them 3 times a day. I did that when I run campaigns, but in most cases I do once a day. Certain e-com stores, for example, you do once a week or maybe twice a week. It's entirely up to you. Then what you do is you then build a relationship, because you're not just selling, all right? You can talk about, let's say, your manufacturing process. If you do that, you can share about, how you started, why you started. Build that bond, all right? In the community, it's not about take. It's also about give. Then you ask or you invite, all right? So instead of selling, you're inviting them to join you to look at some of the products you may have. And because you do that and you build that trust, you are profiting every time you send an email, because every single email has its strategy. Every single email drives them to get them closer to you and makes it easier for them to buy. Because with email, I can segment. Certain users may have certain preference. I'll send certain emails related to this group. Certain users have certain needs, for example. I will send emails. I don't do blast. I will send specific emails to specific group. And those emails are relevant to them. Okay? So before emails, this is what happens. You run ads to Facebook, drive it to your Shopee store, and hopefully somebody buys your product. What do you do then? You then repeat the whole process, run ads, Shopee store, hopefully somebody will buy your products, and on and on and on. But what happens is with email, okay, once you have email in place, you run ads, obviously, because you still have to drive them to the store, and then you get your customers. But now you're siphoning off these customers into your own platform using email by building your own community of customers. Now, this is where the chain is broken, because every time you run from Facebook to marketplace to a customer, if over time, you really do not need to then start running ads to Facebook, or either you can reduce it because you already built a sizable community of your customers who are already your buyers. Okay? Then you can do cross sells, you can do products, you can do upsells within your email. And you then direct them to either your own store or even, let me go back. Where was it? Okay, so you can direct them to also one of the slides, basically. Direct them to your own store, or you can direct them back to your marketplace store. Okay, so that's how you can actually leverage on that cycle, and then now you're in control of your own destiny. Now, a lot of people that I talk to, especially e-com operators, and that's what I do. I help e-com operators. I've been doing emails for close to 30 years in my line of work. I've been in the newsprint industry. I've been in, I founded a company to do web designs. I actually built a second version of Asia's website before. And I've been the head of sales for 18 years for a cybersecurity company. But in all these cases, I've been using emails to either get new customers, to nurture existing customers, to communicate with them. And when I started to run this on my own, email was a natural go-to for me. And email is something that actually worked for me. And I wanted to go deep and to help, a lot more people in order to do this. Now, some of the questions they ask, when it comes to email is, email are very complicated, very technical, but you have to do your domain, you have to set up this and all those stuff. The next thing is, what to write email? How I'm not a writer. I'm an e-com seller. I'm not a writer. How to write? What? There's people write emails so good. I sort of don't know. Then you have, hey, people don't read email anymore. You got social media, you got Twitter, you got TikTok and all those things. Where got people read email so old? By the way, email is 51 years old this year. And so is the internet. The fun part is this. Email was one of the founding component of the internet. They created this because they wanted the ability to send one message from a computer to another. That was the genesis of email. So email is unique because they are part and parcel of a fabric of the internet infrastructure that you know now, that you take for granted. Okay. Another question is, hey, email send in spam. I see a lot of people send emails or receive emails. A lot of them go into spam and all that stuff. And what else? Finally, can email still work or not? You sure can work or not? So let me tell you this. It is not technical if you get the right person to set that up for you. If it's technical, if you started on your own, I went through that and I know. I know now how to set it up, and it's easy when you have somebody who can do it. Okay? It doesn't take months. I average maybe 1 or 2 days because you do the test, but generally it's quite straightforward. The second thing is this. I don't know what to write. Good thing is, I've been into the info product business where I'm selling something that you cannot see, you cannot touch. I'm selling education. I'm selling knowledge. Those are tougher emails to write because I got to paint a picture in your mind with words. But with e-com, you have your hero products, right? So you have pictures. So e-com emails are a lot more easier because you rely on the pictures to draw them in. And your text is quite straightforward because it's basically driving them to click to go to your store. So it is not that difficult to write emails for e-com. Then you have, people don't read emails anymore. There's a study that says that, 58% of adults, okay, first thing first in the morning, they check emails before your social media. 58%. That is pretty good, okay? Your emails landing in spam, well, if you don't set it up, yes, because you simply broadcast to every people. The trick is to be able to send emails to people that's relevant. So that's why in our email terms, we call it segmentation. Send the right emails to the right people at the right time. Then you won't end up in spam. And, can emails still work? Do you know? Let me just give me a minute. I'll take a drink. Do you know that Facebook is one of the largest senders of emails? Okay. You've received a lot of emails also from Shopee and also Lazada. They also use emails to send to you. Well, although they own the paper, but primarily like Facebook, they own one of the largest social media platforms. But yet, when they have their new announcements, whenever you sign up for a Facebook account, what do they ask? They ask for your name and email and maybe your phone number. If you forgot your password, they will send you an email. If there's a violation, they will send you an email. If you're in Facebook agency and they have a new course coming up, they will send you an email. Have you seen them sending any messenger to you to talk about stuff on Facebook? No. So email is not dead, and email still works. Okay. So there are a few things that you can do if you like this and you say that, oh, well, maybe I want to try email because I want to be able to sustain and control the narrative of the business. I don't want to be reliant. I want to be the guy who uses Shopee to grow my business as opposed to me trying to grow Shopee's business. You can either work with me where I can do an email audit, or if you say, okay, Andrew, I want to get this done fast. I don't want to wait. I don't want to learn. Can you do this for me? You have a done for you option. Okay. Now this is an invitation. I'm not doing any pitch. You decide, and then at your own pace, you can make it an evaluation. But I'm still going to share this with you. When you do an email audit, what do I do is, if you're already sending emails and you're not sure whether you're doing it right, you're not sure whether your emails are landing in an inbox, promotion box, or even a spam folder. So what I do is I'll spend 30 minutes, go into your system, look at what's working, what's not working. We do an audience review and see what are the audience you have and how you can segment it. And we look at your open rates, or I look at your open rates and click-through rates and see how you can optimize your email that you're sending. That is for people who are already using emails, comfortable with it, but they just want to take to the next step. Okay. Now, for any one of you who say, I like the idea, but I don't know how to set it up, then you can look at a done for you system. Okay. Basically, I set up your email for you. I will set up your DNS, do the content planning, write the emails, okay, build the framework and structure so that you can continue doing it. We look at how we can grow your list, and then we can do coaching calls. Okay. Now, the coaching call is unique in a sense because I started off initially to train people by emails. And then now this year, I decided because a lot of people says, okay, I got no time to learn, but I just want to do this. Can you do this for me? So because of that request, I said, okay, I then move into the done for you area. But done for you, I then merge with coaching. I actually tell you or your team what I do and I teach them. Because my intention is I'm not an agency. My intention is not to keep you long on my list because I want to touch as many e-com players as possible. My ambition is not just Malaysia, Singapore. My ambition is I will work with global brands. Okay. So by virtue of teaching your team or yourself to do it, setting up the foundation right, and then you can actually go on your own to run it ready. So that's the idea for me to do, not to retain you and give you a little bit here, and then so they have to come back to me and you could pay me a retainer and all the stuff. I'm not interested in that. You can if you want as a coaching, but generally I will set up everything, get it running, done for you, so that you can do your business. You're in full control. Okay. So these are the two options that is available, specifically for this group, for Wings Group. And you can consider you want to do, if you're already running an email, you can do an email audit, or you can do a done for you. Now, if you say, I don't know this Andrew guy, check me out on my LinkedIn. I put a lot of content on my LinkedIn. I also have a Facebook group. Okay, it's free. It's getlistclients.com, right? And I think you can check it from there. And I have YouTube. I do content for free on my YouTube channel. And I'm also a co-host of a 3 Marketer show, which we do every weekly. We talk about digital marketing and news on digital marketing. You can email me. And if you want, you can also join my newsletters. All right. So that's the bit.ly link. And I send most cases Monday to Friday an email a day. There are certain days I skip, but in most cases I try to keep to Monday to Friday. I've been doing this for how many years? By emails, I've been running it since November last year. Okay. So if you want free tips without having to pay anything, just to understand whether I'm the right person to work for you before you actually do anything, these are the socials that's available, or these are the areas that are available for you to get to know me better. That's about it, my friend.
Yeah, I mean,
Wayne?
thanks, Andrew, for such a great presentations. For those that is not into email marketing, I think because when I started my email marketing kind of advertisements, and I believe some of you guys that are watching this live now also because you saw my email that I sent it to you guys, they only click on the link.
Yep.
So for those that really new into email marketing, you might not get whatever that Andrew is presenting, but it is really something that's very interesting. When I first see someone subscribe to my email list, I was like, oh my God, this is really working. People really, subscribe to my newsletter, and then the things. I mean, the main thing why I invite Andrew to come on board into this live, because nearly every single day, sellers give me a call, because as you guys know, I'm working very closely with Boomats, and then we contact a lot of sellers on a daily basis, and a lot of sellers also contact Boomats, how is the procedure to come on board, these kind of things. So we deal with a lot of these kind of sellers, and the most problem, just like yesterday, for example, so there is a seller that's selling in both Shopee and also in Lazada. He says, Wing, how all the big players comes in, their price are so cheap, why people want to buy from my store? Then I only ask them one question: what products you're selling? Or I'm selling car accessories. are you the only one that's selling that brand? Or no, I get from other places as well. And the thing is that other sellers also selling the same stuff as you, and they are selling much more cheaper than you. So how are you going to to win the game? And also a questions, how are you going to get how are you going to get cheaper price? Either
Yep.
you create your own brands, or you take on a larger quantity than your competitors. So so that, I mean, in my opinion, if you are selling things that already selling them hot viral products in the marketplace, unless you buy a huge bulk of quantity, if not, for price war, you are definitely is going to lose. So I think that is the fact now. And if you are sell long enough in Shopee or any marketplace, you will understand this. Yeah, that's why building a brand is really something that, in my opinion, all online business sellers should aim for that. No matter what product that you are actually selling.
Look at
Yeah, sorry, go ahead, Andrew.
So what you want to see is treat email as one channel which you are in control and you can send anything. Basically, see, for example, if you are a YouTuber, like Wayne does, when you have content, you can then use email to tell your audience or your readers that, hey, I've got this new content. Why don't you come and check it? Okay, it's also another form of distribution. But because you write and then you decide when you want to press the send button, it is under your control. Now, June this year, and this is where the scary part, I generally, before November last year, I generally always stay behind the scenes. But when I started up to come out and do this, I then realized that I have no choice but to be present on camera, to be able to be present on social media. My first Facebook account was 2016. That was when I started an account. That was how late I was, right? And because those days, getting on social or getting known is not something I want. I like to be behind the scene. But what you notice now is this: brands, whether they like it or not, they have to be online. So back in June, there was this 3-star Michelin chef, right? And this was very good, very famous star, Alain Ducasse, right? And he was running his restaurant in conjunction with a hotel, I think for what, close to 20 years. But in June this year, they did not renew his contract. And the guy that will be the chef that is going to be replacing him was a winner of some cooking contest in France or something like that. But more importantly, because he has a huge online following. Alain Ducasse do not have an online following. He never goes online. But in order to get a reservation, probably takes 6 to 9 months in order to get a reservation in his restaurant. He is good, but he's not online. So they would rather replace this guy with another guy with a higher online followers. So what you're noticing is, whether you like it or not, even you're an e-com sellers, you need to be upfront. You need to communicate with your customers, because people buy you and not your products. So by using email, you can then distribute this message out whenever you go on live. You can tell them, or when you have a show, for example, or you create a video, for example, you can use this to share. Also, besides social media, when you post in social media, there's only like 3% of whatever followers you have will probably see it, right? But with email, if I send to 100 email addresses, I will get 100 people to see it. Whether they open or not is another thing, but that's the art of email. That's another thing of it. But generally now, I know I can send my message to 100 people on my email list, and they will be able to see this either now or they open later. So that's the big difference. So treat email as a communication channel that you own. Yep.
I mean, back to
Yes, Opa.
Yeah, Opa. So okay, sorry. Before Opa, I just want to add on whatever that Andrew said just now. So I trade email marketing is part of my marketing strategy. So some of you guys might using like FB, Shopee ads, Google ads, or whatever. The things about email marketing is you do not need to spend money every time to acquire a new sellers, a new subscriber, a new user, or a new customer, because as long as they are already inside your email marketing, email list, so you do not need to spend any extra ringgit to these people. And please correct me if I'm wrong, Andrew. The biggest mistake that people do on ads, is to direct to send their customer to the product itself. Because when you because when you directly send your customer to your products, if they buy, yes, you get to earn the money one time. But if they do not buy, you will lose this customer forever.
Yep.
So normally I would suggest you to drive them to maybe a landing page, to capture their email. Then only you direct them to the products or any services that you are promoting to them. So at least if they don't buy, you already capture their data. If they don't buy this time, then you still can blast them an email. Hey, you have checked out my stuff, but you have not buy something like that. You can still do a retargeting itself by using email marketing. Yeah, so
that will work better. Yeah, that will work better if you own your own store. For example, if you are on Shopify or WooCommerce, for example, you can drive traffic to your products, but you can also then trigger a pop-up, and because it's integrated. Okay, there are two forms of email systems. One is email commerce systems. One is emails for info products or the normal emails. Now, email for commerce is slightly different in the sense that they have plugins that will recognize that whether you come into this page, were you a subscriber or not. So there's some cookies embedded somewhere inside the browsing. So the moment if you're a registered subscriber, they will not show you a pop-up. But if you're new, first time you saw an ad, you like the product, you click, you go to the product page, it will trigger a pop-up and says, why do you get join my list and get 5%, 10% or free shipping or whatever it is. That's how you can gather their email. So if they don't buy, but they wanted that discount, for future sales or whatever it is, you can then use emails to nurture them over a period of time. So remember the know, like, and trust. They may not buy now, but over a period of time, they have different needs and different requirements. Maybe at that point in time, they want to buy something, they will remember you. Okay, so that's how, and it costs you nothing. Imagine if I want to reach out to Wing and I'm going to run ads every day, it costs me money. But if I send emails, technically speaking, your subscription is based on number of subscribers and you pay on a monthly basis, which is not a lot. You can then send as many emails as you want. So that's how to nurture them, you can actually do that. That's one of the strategies.
So back to questions. Hi, Opa. Can I sending my promo email to a stranger that I got their name and email from a third party and not getting it through my own landing page? Thank you.
Okay. I would not recommend you to buy third-party email lists because very likely that these people do not heard of you, have not heard of you, and you're sending an email, they will put you into spam. Now, that is a term we call it email deliverability. That means the percentage of your emails landing in the inbox. If your spam rate is high, if you're using your own domain, eventually whatever you send, all the inbox providers like Gmail, Outlook, Yahoo Mail, for example, will automatically throw your email into spam. Your email will never reach them. You may have the best content, you may have the best product to sell. It doesn't reach the inbox reader or your email recipient, it's no use. So do not buy from third party. You encourage them, then send you to the landing page, do a pop-up, and get them to willingly give you your email address and contacts. Then you can send them emails, give them permission. They give you permission. That's why we call inbound marketing. They give you permission for you to reach out to them.
So
any other questions?
Hi Jesse. Hi. Nah, I don't think any questions here. I think email marketing is something is really new for Malaysian, especially. I mean, email marketing is very common in affiliate marketing, but for e-commerce, I think it's still lacking, But I truly think that email marketing is something that all e-commerce sellers should explore, because essentially that will be building your own communities, building your own list of clients that you can consistently communicate with, so they will feel much more attached to your business, and then it also increase the loyalty to your brand as well. you know I'm not saying that you should not sell in Shopee, Lazada, or whatever. Yes, you should sell in all major marketplace. The more places you sell,
You should.
yeah, you should, definitely you should. The more marketplace you sell, the more brand awareness for your company as well.
Yeah.
Then from there you just, there are a lot of new marketplace coming out, as I shared just now. Can Me Can Trade. We have Asia is also up. A lot more,
Mm.
a lot more
Yep.
marketplace that you can play with lah for
Yep.
now.
Yep.
So yeah, all the big brands, they will just go, because it's just a new marketplace for them to build the brand, to people see your shop or your business. And then email marketing, really really something that is, I would say, the most cost effective with the highest ROI in terms of, among all those marketing strategy or marketing tools that a business owner can use so far.
Yep.
Yeah, you agree with
Yep.
that, Andrew?
So there are stats that, for example, for this is US lah, but generally it's quite true for a lot of other countries. For every $1 you spend on email, your ROI is about $42 US. Some say previously it was 38, but with pandemic it's gone up to $42 US. For $1 you spend, you get $42 US back. Tell me which platform gives you that kind of ROI.
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah,
It's crazy.
it's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah. So,
So-
of course, it's really good, Andrew.
Yeah. So I mean, you guys are on this, on the Wing Show now. You can start now and be a step ahead of your competitors because they're not doing it. A lot of, yes, it takes some effort, all right, but anything that's worth doing it, especially building your own community of buyers, why not? So if you start now, if you start early, you don't have to use my services. There are many other resources available out there. But today is just an idea, to plant an idea in you to look at what are the ways you can do to gain control of your customers.
And one question, do you have like a link for them to contact you, or to subscribe to a newsletter? If you have the link,
Okay.
you can send it to me. I'll just post it up.
Yeah. Let me see. Let me share this. I have
You
this.
can send it to my WhatsApp if you.
Oh, okay. Right.
I'll just set it up.
Yep.
What is your best advice for starters? How to beat the algorithm to gain attention from shoppers? In which platform that it depends on which platform that you are selling your products in. And yeah, it really depends. To gain attentions, to be very honest, when you look at which YouTube or which Facebook or which TikTok clips that will gain your attention, then that is that. Okay, that is the things that will gain people attention. So for example, a lot of people, they ask me, Wing, which Facebook ads should I do? Which type of Facebook ad can gain people punya attention? For me, normally what I will do is, when I scroll FB, which ads that I will click and check on the products or the services that they are promoting, that is the Facebook ads that can gain attention. Because I believe if these ads can attract me to click on the ads, it will probably attract others people as well. Yeah, so I will literally save the ads on IG, FB, same. If any ads, if you, I can also show you, some of the ads that I save is really ads that can gain my attention. That I will just copy and modify from there. Yeah, because I think this is a very subjective thing, to get attention. But if they can get my attention, I think probably it will get other people's attention as well. Hi Dennis, hi Wing.
It's all about shop stopper and all those things lah. Yeah,
So because
browsing.
I am a shopper as well, so like Shopee or any products lah, if they
Yep.
can gain attention, I think it will gain other attention as well. Andrew, how often do we need to send out our product promo to our subscriber?
E-com, maybe 3 times a week for a start. If you build angles into your stories, you can actually do daily. Depends on the size of your size of your inventory. If you have like 5-6 products, probably you can even do once a week. The idea is to get in front of your customers or your prospects line of sight. So it depends on your product range, but at the minimum, once a week, twice a week, you're okay. All right, Dennis, make sense?
Yeah, and you can you send me your link if you have it, then I can just quickly.
I just put in the private chat. Can you see that?
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Already.
so this one is basically to join my free newsletter. If they want to join my Facebook group, just a minute. Okay, this one is for Facebook group. Okay, you join my Facebook group, you will notice that I will capture your email. If you don't have email, you won't be able to join my group. So if you have email, and then it automatically goes into my newsletter as well. So the same thing, the same method that I'm showing you or sharing with you is what you guys can do. The moment you go to your group, get into your email list, now you can then basically send email at any time you want. There will be stuff like welcome series and all those things, but generally is from me to you. The good thing about email is it's a one-to-one communication, because when I send email to 1,000 people, as far as Wing is concerned, he receives my email. It's like Andrew to Wing. Okay, nobody else, he doesn't know. But by using an ESP system, I actually send to 1,000 people or 10,000 people, whatever it is. But it's a one-to-one communication channel.
All right, I think pretty much that's it for tonight. I think we should do such a live sessions about email marketing and go on e-commerce. How we can actually use email marketing to drive more traffic, leads, and also sales to e-commerce platform, because I believe this is really something that as an online seller you guys need to have, to be very honest. So I really want to help you guys, no matter how much views that we have, how much subscriber that is watching this live now. But I really hope that I can reach out this message to as much seller as possible, so that you can really raise the awareness of the importance of actually having email marketing as part of your marketing strategy in your business, if you really want to see grow in the long term of the business, right? Yeah. So you can subscribe to Andrew's punya email newsletter, and also getlistclients.com. It's a free stuff. Just go for it. Learn new things.
Get a feel of it, And if Wing is a good friend. So from time to time, because I'm in this, I actually go a lot more deeper. They're generally in email, there's the art and the science of it. Okay, the science is your DNS, your deliverability, and all that stuff. But the art is how you write your emails, how you design your emails, when do you send, and all that stuff. Okay, so ask questions. You can put it in Wing's the comment section and all those things. And if the questions those are if something that's a lot of them ask, then I don't mind coming for half an hour, whatever it is, and then we can address that. My idea is this: the more all of us start using emails to grow our business, it's important for the economy of the nation. It's important for your economy of your family. But whether you like it or not, you're going to get competition from overseas sellers. If you don't start now, it's a matter of time, because those big boys, they have bigger markets, they got more budgets, there are many more ways to get to your customers. You better start building your own community, and that's how you can protect yourself.
Yeah, hi Serge. Serge is a very good friend online friend of mine as well, Serge.
Oh, awesome. Hi, Serge.
Yeah. So he has been selling in Shopee as well, but things happen lah. So yeah, so we have to pivot to others way that, and that's why we have a conversation like now. How important is building your own website and also your own community. So if something
Yeah.
screw up, you still have some backup plan as well. I also
Mm.
watch video from Jason Guy and Andrew. Awesome stuff. Hi,
Oh,
Serge.
hey, hi. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
I mean, Serge. I'm pretty sure, Serge now he know how pain is it, when platform shut down your business. I definitely feel that as well because I experienced that as well. That's why I'm here, to share my experience to you guys that have
Mm.
not feel that yet. All right,
Yeah.
so it's better that you guys do some changes now in your business, because just imagine this. No, you guys are doing very well in a shopping mall like Mid Valley, for example. Now COVID hit, shut you down, you are screwed. Yeah, then only you go online lah. It's not late, but you can start it much more earlier. You can earn more money when shit
Yeah.
happens. Okay,
Mm.
so yeah, so that's the things that I want to say. All right. Hi, Alvin. Hi, Alvin. So before we ciao, anything said that you
Hey,
want
Alvin.
to tell our Penonton over here?
Right. Well, first, Wing, thank you so much for inviting me. But generally, I hope this short session basically will open your mind and open you to ideas that there are ways for you to get in touch with your customers. Okay, there are ways to actually expand that business, and like Wayne correctly put in, continue to do sell on Shopee or Lazada or any other marketplaces that you choose, but you got to focus on building the community of your buyers, because the loyalty itself makes a lot of difference. It gives you better lifetime value, and it's a lot more easier to sell to people who really know about something from you, right? So don't chase. I know it's sexy in a sense that wow, I run ads, then immediately I see people buy stuff for me and all those things and all those stuff. But iOS 14 and 14.5, for example, has caused a lot of issues. And I'm sure if you run ads, sometimes you get sales, sometimes you don't. The reporting is messed up. That is because you're relying on one particular channel, which is Facebook, to do it. And unfortunately, you can continue to pay money for you to do it. But if you're already paying money and you're getting a prospects coming in, they may not buy from you. If you can get their email address, you can then nurture them slowly, maybe a month or two, for you to turn them eventually into a customer. Right? So extend your investment. You're already advertising to Shopee. You're already getting people to Shopee. Why don't you basically make full use of your investments to be able to capture their contents or capture their contacts, for example, and for you to basically strengthen that relationship. Buying is all about relationship. That's all
Okay.
I have.
Yeah. So yeah, I hope that we can come up with another session, that can so that people can explore a bit more what they
Yeah,
actually
sure.
can do, and then we can share more on this topic, because I really think that it is very important to build your own community um, under yourself, and it's not under someone punya property. Yeah.
Yeah,
So that I think that's very important. Yeah.
yeah.
So I
It'd be
think
fun to share. I mean, yeah.
yeah. Oh, one more. Sorry. Last one question. Opa, will it be considered as spam if a is subscribe my newsletter is
Hmm.
because my product acts at landing page, but I send him other brother. Is that considered?
No, no. That's why you do affiliate marketing as well. You know, it's the way you send your emails to them. It's the content you send your emails to them. Uh, I at one point I was an affiliate to a guy who sells Chinese metaphysical products. But because I've nurtured this group of students by contents and all that stuff, it was easier for me to sell. On conversely, there was once I ran a promotion to promote Dean Graziosi and Tony Robbins, but I was running ads and I do collect emails. But the problem is, I spent close to about 6,000 ringgit at one point during that. I was crazy. Um, I didn't have any sales because I didn't build that community of people. They don't trust me. I have got no contact. I'm just basically just spamming them with ads, and hopefully I can just send email and tell them you should come and buy this, products from Tony and Dean. It didn't work. But on the Chinese Manners Phoenix side, I've managed to basically build content, direct them, and then nurture them over a period of time. So my email sequence at that point in time when I was doing this, I was sending about at the minimum 13 to 16 emails, different angles, to basically sell the same product. But it wasn't spamming. It was done in a way that was storytelling. So that's the outside of emails. And I had buyers from Holland, I had buyers from Mexico, buying stuff on Chinese metaphysics through email. So it's possible.
I think email marketing is definitely an art, It's the same as when you sell in Shopee as well. There is some skill knowledge that you need to learn as well.
Yeah.
So maybe next session we can go a bit more deeper on the whole mechanism, how things works. I think this is pretty much a good introduction of email marketing and also how email marketing able to help online sellers to gain more sales and also traffic. All right.
Yeah. Send your questions to Wing, and then we can always jump online and then address those things from time to time. No issues.
Yeah, sure. So thanks. Of course, thanks Andrew. To come on board, because email marketing is something that I really not very familiar with. So a lot of things I need to learn from Andrew as well. All right. So thank you for watching this live as well. For those that is watching this live, throughout the whole sessions, and thanks Andrew. And
most welcome. Thank you, man.
Take good care. See you all. Bye bye.
Stay safe. Cheers.